show that M is the midpoint of AB and MN is equals to RC. So in order to show that M is the midpoint of AB, you have to make sure that you show that this AM is equals to MB. So because we're given that AM is equals to NC, and also we're given the 90 degrees, angle, the 90 degrees angle. B is equals to 90 degrees, and M is equals to 90 degrees. Even R is equals to 90 degrees. So we know that B is equals to M. Angle B is equals to M because of 90 degrees. The reason will be corresponding angles. If you say the corresponding angle, which means that BR is parallel to MN. And in case that MN is equals to BR because of what parallel lines. MN said MN is equals to side BR because of parallel lines. And you have to show that M is equals to A. M is the midpoint of AB, and then the result will be converse of midpoint theorem. So let's go to our solution. We are given that AM is equals to MC. We also given that angle B is equals to angle R, which is equals to 90 degrees. Therefore, MN is parallel to BR. Angle B, A, and angle M are equal and corresponding angles. Therefore, M is the midpoint of AB. Angle MN is parallel to BR because of what? Corresponding angles. Okay? Similarly, we can say that R is the midpoint of BC. How do we prove if the R is the midpoint of BC? Because we know that angle B is equals to angle R. Angle B is equals to angle R. Both is equals to 90 degrees. The reason will be corresponding angles in case that MB is parallel to NR. And then MB will be equals to NR. Therefore, you're going to say that R is the midpoint of BC. Reason will be converse of midpoint theorem. Okay, so similarly, we can show that R is the midpoint of BC. We also know that MN is equals to BR because of MB is parallel to NR, and parallel lines are constant distance apart. But BR is equals to RC. R is the midpoint of BC. Therefore, MN is equals to RC. MN is equals to RC because we know that BR is equals to RC. R is the midpoint of this BC. Therefore, you're going to say that MN is equals to what? RC. And then you are done proving. In the diagram below, P is the midpoint of NQ and R is the midpoint of MQ. The segment inside the large triangle labeled with the length of negative 2a plus 4. So they said NQ is and R, and P is the midpoint of NQ and R is the midpoint of MQ, which means that RQ is equals to RM and PQ is equals to PN. Calculate the value of MN in terms of A. When they say it in terms of A, you're going to calculate it in terms of A. So MN is equals to 2 times PR. MN is equals to 2 times PR. The result will be midpoint theorem. And then you're going to say MN is equals to 2 times this value of PR. And then, as you can see, and then MN is equals to negative 4a. plus 8, and then you are done. Is short. This is short. B, you are not told that mn has a length of 18. What is the value of A? Give your answer as a fraction. So they want the value of A and they want us to give our answer as a fraction. So you're gonna take this value here. As you can see, this value, we are taking this value right here in order for us to calculate the value of A. So how do we calculate the value of A? And they said in terms of a fraction. So you're gonna take it, you're gonna say negative 4A plus 8 is equals to 18. So the value of A, you're gonna say it is equals to 18. And then you're gonna say negative 4A is equals to 18 minus 8, and then negative 4A is equals to 10. And then divide both sides by negative 4. Negative 4. A is equals to negative 5 over 2. So you're going to say A is equals to 5 over 2. And then you're done.